downtown southern sunny California. All right, well, today we're over here at Joe MacGyver's, and we are getting ready to clean some parts. Joe's in the process, and he's got a cool little setup over here that he's using. So, Joe, what is it we're doing here today?
We're cleaning parts with it's oven cleaner and purple power.
Oven cleaner and purple power. All right, the degreaser. A liquid type oven cleaner. You want to show them the process that you were using to blast this down?
It's going to get loud.
It's going to get loud. We got to start the generator.
I might be able to.
All right, he's got it set up here. This little setup. This makes it all happen right here. There's your purple power. We're not sponsored. All right. 1970 Act and 1976 Information Act. And okay. And we're blowing these down. All right. See, the air hose is going, connecting, and it's pushing it up out, and we're blasting this off. Joe's not messing around. Mr. MacGyver. Joe MacGyver over here, not messing around. So, if you have any questions, who's in the chat? Okay, look at that crud. Right, it really makes a big difference.
Yep.
Let's see this up close and personal. This was pretty greasy, guys. Now we're also using in conjunction a wire brush. All right. But, you know, look at this. It's just coming on cleaned in. Obviously, you just kind of get in these areas. Okay. You work these areas down. And you can have a spotless oil pan. Easy as 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. So who do we have the pleasure of being in the chat? Are we going to be the mystery person in the chat, like your mom, Joe? It's your mom, Joe. She's flying in on us. Yep, they just left. It's her. No, I'm joking. So it's coming clean. Okay? So literally get your pan clean. All right, let me see who this is in the chat. Hey, Will, how are we doing there? Cool. And this combination really works well. As you can see here. Good, I'm glad you're doing okay there. What are you doing today? And what is your latest video? Have you done any? I haven't been to your channel, I'm sorry. I haven't gotten any notifications. I don't know why. So if you've uploaded something, I don't even know because I haven't seen a notification. I'm obviously having to hold my phone in my hand, which makes it really awkward here to do what I'm doing. But I'm gonna put Joe MacGyver's link in the chat. Well, I can't put it in the chat. I'll have to put it in the description after the live stream. I got ahead of myself trying to go live. we're getting around to working on getting my car put together. This is my oil pan to my car. And so that's good. This is been a long time coming nowadays, but it's all good. I'm busy with my house and I don't have the time I really need for us to work on my car. So I got to take time away to come do this. And so, you know, you got to make time for it. Because I want to get in that shower ring. I'm really close to getting that shower ring for the clawfoot tub. And getting it mounted to the ceiling. I've got to go up in my attic and put a 2x4, 2x6 across the ceiling joist so I can anchor that ceiling mount bar to the shower ring to give that support. And I guess we let a little bit too much of that spray run out. So I'm going to have to take a little bit and put it inside. Okay, whoa, sorry for the face shot. Trying to get some of this cleaner in here. That way I got a little more to work with. So here we go. Get this turned around. So have you uploaded any videos? Did any more reviews there, Will? Trying to see your comment, but in this lighting it's super hard to see. Let me see if I can turn up my light. Let's see. Getting snow. What? Getting snow tomorrow. 7 inches. Wow. Wow. You probably like seeing all this sunshine then. We got sunshine on a sunny day. When it's cold outside, it looks like the month of May. Yes, I say drone. Yes, I did. I'm done. A few videos. Yes, sick of snow. Well, here, take a look at this. There you go. Take a look at that. Take in the scenery. Why can't you say what can make me feel that way, my girl, sunshine? Talking about my girl, sunshine. All right, just trying to have a little fun here, you know, break up the monotony. Getting this crud and the blood and the whatever else and whatever out of here. No, this is just some grime. Earl, it's Earl. Gotta get this Earl out of here. Gotta get that Earl out of here. Right here, over here. You know how we say it. You know how we be doing it. I said, how we be doing it. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got a sunny day. God, what's life without a little humor, you know? I tell you what life is without humor, boring. And remember, life is a challenge. And since life is a challenge, in all seriousness, therefore it's something to overcome. And that's a fact. Life is a challenge. And therefore, it gives us something to overcome, you know? Don't let it beat you, let it wear you down, don't let it, you know, it's a challenge. Therefore, it's something for us to strive to get a handle on and overcome it. And it's a challenge. That's why I say never give up. Because always a way, always, because there is always a way. Sometimes we just haven't learned, we don't know what those ways are. And the next guy that's been through it, he knows what those ways are because he's been through it. You know, he didn't get the challenge. He kept the fight and didn't give up. And he learned what those challenges, how to overcome those challenges. And he knows what it takes. And you know, it's not an overwhelming situation because he's learned how to overcome it. You know? And remember, you can't trust your emotions. Emotions, can you trust them? Answer is no. You know? Hey, you're getting heavy there, Ken. Getting too heavy now. Sound like you're preaching to us. No, not really. Just talking. Just sharing some momentary thoughts. You know, passing thoughts. For whatever it's. Because, you know, we have all had our times of conflict and hardship and pain and suffering. We can all identify and relate to that. It's not something we go talk about most of the time. But we all been through it. And if you dealt with it and you learn to overcome it, accept and take responsibility for your whatever that is, you know, you can learn to overcome it and understand it rather than being in a place of confusion and stuck in your pain and suffering. You know, start looking at your responsibilities and what you've done, and then you know what you can do part to correct it. And that's part of there being a way to working through it and beating it, you know? Whatever it is, no matter what it is. Unless it's something physical, you know, then it's what can I do to better the situation, you know? What do I not eating? I should quit eating, you know? What are my habits? I need to stop the habits that's causing the issue, you know? I've shared here on YouTube a few times that a brother that died out on the street, meth in his veins, you know? And he didn't really want to quit. And he wasn't really taking the right steps to get the help he needed, you know? And unfortunately, that was his choice, and that was the end result of his choices. Is, you know, painful it is for me to lose my brother. You know, it still is. That's why I say there's always a way. There's always a way. We just got to be willing to do what it takes to overcome it. Accept what we need to accept. Change what we need to change. What's that saying? Accept the things that cannot change. Change the things that can. And pray for the wisdom to know the difference between the things I can change and the things I can't. And then you get help for the things you can't. And maybe you just need somebody to help you take the steps you need to make the changes you need, you know. And somebody points something out you know is true, be honest with it. Be honest with yourself about it. And make the corrections. You know, it's half the battle. Being willing to make those changes, make the corrections. Regardless of how painful it is, or embarrassing as it may be. Whatever the case, every situation's different. I'm just talking. I'm just kind of rambling here, talking. Throwing out food for thought, for whatever that's worth. You know, I have a buddy that gone through divorce, and he doesn't want to take a look at himself and and be honest with himself about what is wrong. You know, he wants to blame everything and everybody else. That's going to keep him stuck where he's at. You know, yes, my wife plays a part in what I do or how I react. But ultimately, I need to do what I need to do to make the changes that I need to make so it doesn't affect me the same. You know, I change the behavior, my understanding of it. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Maybe it's just something as simple as a misunderstanding and I don't realize it because we're not communicating very well, you know? Sometimes it's just a real simple fix and we don't even know it because we're too caught up with denying and not taking responsibility for our own part. And that's half the battle, I believe, sometimes. If we just stop to do that. Well, we're getting her clean, slow but sure. And it's kind of hard to get in here holding this with the camera in one hand. I don't have my tripod here with me today. This is kind of a spur of the moment live stream. So, and again, if anybody has any comments or questions or, you know, want some feedback or I'm always available, you know. I've been there, done that. Thank God for His mercy and grace. Let me tell you what. God's saving grace, His mercy and grace makes all the difference in the world. You know, and it's a minor adjustment. We make a big deal out of it. But God loves us the most. He knows us the best. Imagine that. For those of you that question, which I understand, but let's just look at it from the point of view of God knows you the best. He knows your thoughts. He knows what you think. Yet He loves you the most. Is that not unbelievable? Is that not unbelievable? God knows what you've thought. God knows what you've done. Your secrets that nobody else knows about, God knows about. And He loves you the most. Is that not unbelievable? And that's why Jesus died. So He could set us free. So He can give us victory. Because He cleans us up. Turns you inside out. Cleans you up. Because He loves you the most. You know? And so that's pretty amazing when you think about it. You know, we violate God's laws and rules and ways on a regular basis, yet He's faithful and He's waiting and willing. All we got to do is turn to Him. You know, He just wants our heart. That's all He wants. And He paid it all. He's done everything He can do to make that happen so that we will turn to Him. But are we willing? I want to do my thing my way. And I'm suffering. I'm stuck. I'm miserable. But I'm not turning to God. We're turning from the very thing, the very person that can do the most for us. How sad is that? We stay stuck, and that's the way. There's always a way, and He is that way most of the time. He's the way in most everything. Like I said, we got to play our part. Oh, well, you be here in the sunshine. But I'm getting out of sunny California as soon as I can, let me tell you. Reason why I'm fixing up our house. Because I'm getting out of Dodge. I can't wait to get out of California, get back to the south. Montana wouldn't be a bad place. Idaho wouldn't be a bad place either. North Dakota wouldn't be too bad. It gets kind of cold there, but still it's nice. Although property taxes are pretty high in North Dakota, I don't like that. That's a turnoff. Property taxes are high here. And Minnesota isn't all that. And they got very high property taxes, unbelievable high property taxes in North Dakota, Minnesota. Maybe better in Minnesota, but nonetheless, you know. Speaking of property taxes, how is it we can buy our homes, sweat with our blood, sweat, tears, work, pay for our homes, and then we got to pay taxes, and then the government can come along and snatch it out from underneath you? What is wrong with that picture? I think that's seriously wrong, and I don't understand why we put up with that. The people have put up with that all these years. Why hasn't that been a change in that department? You know? Why have that not? Why hasn't something been done about that? You know? Our governors and presidents and everyone else, they've got family in all walks of life. They've got family that's wealthy, family that's poor, family. We shouldn't lose a home that we work hard to pay for. There shouldn't be taxes connected to our property. You know? It's not okay. It's not acceptable. And we need to get back to basics before it's too late. And I think we're getting close to it being too late. But it's not too late. That's the whole point. We got to turn back time, like the song said. Got to get back to basics. God and country. Loving your neighbor as yourself. Doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. Knock, knock, anybody home? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Well, did we forget that when it comes to our laws? Not laws, but come to our taxes on our homes? You know? But those in the White House, they're not worried. They have no concerns or worries about them losing their homes. They got a permanent job on our tax dollar. What's wrong with that picture? They got security. They don't pay the high medical bills that we pay. They don't deal with that. They don't suffer. They have no worries. You know, it's easy for them to pass laws that don't affect them. I think it should affect them. I think they'd be singing a totally different tune, don't you? I think we all know it. And I think this is about ready to be rinsed. Get out all this crud. Probably going to put this live stream on standby. I don't think this is going to get too many views, but it'd be food for thought, hopefully. You know, Trump needs to overturn this 2020 federal ID, that's for sure. The government needs to throw it out. The globalists put it in place. And this 2020 federal ID is a violation of our Constitution and Bill of Rights. And Trump needs to throw it out. You know, our family members fight, go to battle. They join the military to protect our Constitution. That doesn't give our government a right to violate the Constitution, which our family members have sworn to protect, while our government violates our Constitution. What's wrong with that picture? Our government violates the very thing that our family members have sworn to protect and could give their lives for to protect. All in the name of our Constitution. And our government violates our Constitution. Meanwhile, our family members have given their lives to protect it. They need to rethink this. You know, we need to start hollering. We need to start making our voices heard. Not just me, one crying in the wilderness. That's what it seems like. It'd be nice for Mike Pence or Donald Trump to get a little, earful of what I got to say. The people saying the same thing that I'm saying. Maybe make them stop and rethink. I would hope. I think it would. Well, I can't get a whole lot done while holding this camera. Oh, we got 3 in the chat. Thanks for being here. You're the only one commenting there, Will. Yeah, there is gas out there. Yeah, there's gas out here. I'm being gassed. So I don't know who's all in the chat, but you're hearing me, rant a little bit. The changes need to be made, that's for sure. I purchased land and knew I could pay off regardless of what our government did, and I paid it off this last recession. Praise God, that's great. But if your property taxes and you have a bad time, you lose your work, you get sick, you're hospitalized, whatever, and you don't have, you're not wealthy enough to have insurances in place to help you with that, you're still going to lose your property. That should never happen. Now, I do know there's what's called green belted. Green belted, as far as the research I've done, is the best in Tennessee, and it's rural living. You pay pennies per acre on the dollar, and it's unbelievable, and it's called green belted, and that's works best to see. And not everyone knows about it, and that's probably why the government hasn't cracked down on it yet. But that's in Tennessee. I don't know, green belted in other states is not quite the same. I sure aren't wealthy. Yeah, well, neither am I. Most of us aren't, And so who are they to take property by taxes? If we hit a slump, we have a bad time, and you're unable to pay your property taxes, and then you lose your house. This is criminal. Our forefathers are rolling over in their graves, I'm sure. And if they were, we were still back then, that would not be the case. Even down to our vehicles, license was a one-time fee. It was good for a lifetime, 100 years, when the licenses first started. It was 100 years. It was good for a lifetime. And the license plates on our vehicles originally was like a horse. It was a brand. You couldn't brand your truck, so they put numbers on a plate, stuck it on the vehicle, so at least it could be tracked. And if your car was stolen, you could find your car, you could find your vehicle. And that was the purpose in the beginning for the license plates. And, they're using and abusing everything. And this is why I mentioned a few minutes ago that our 2020, this law that they put in motion in 2005 when Bush was in office, this 2020 federal ID that they kept secret until recently, violates our rights. You can't fly from one state to the next if you don't have this ID. How long before they put up roadblocks like, checkpoints on the freeway and say, oh, you don't got this ID, you can't go into the next state. How long before they do that? They're starting it with air. And this needs to be overturned. This is bad. They'll be able to follow you and track you. It's a radio frequency chip. It's a RFID chip.
You already got that in your pocket.
And they can follow you, pull you out of a crowd. You can't buy bullets if you target practice, if you just have home protection, if you hunt, you know. We get invaded, you need something to protect your being. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They're infringing upon our pursuance of life, liberty, by instituting, putting this 2020 federal ID into motion. And they did it under our noses, and they didn't make it known to us till recently. And we don't have to take it. But then they say you can't fly, and if you have it, you can't buy ammo without it, you can't buy bullets without it. And then when you do have it, they want to know what you bought, how much you're buying. They limit how much you can purchase, from what I've learned. Trump needs to overthrow this federal ID. Pence and any other true American within our government needs to overthrow, turn this around and remove this. We need to put a stop to it. It's all wrong. It's a total violation of our Constitution. You know, as well as, like I was, you work hard to buy a house, and then taxes, property taxes, they can steal your house from you. That's plunder. That's legalized theft. It's called plunder. Sophistry is theft. Legalized theft, sophistry. Legal plunder. And they need to knock it off. They need to stop this. This is America. Still America. And so anyways, trying to, stir the pot, get people to think. Hopefully somebody within our government will hear something I got to say and think about it and go, wow, this guy's right. We need to turn this around. That's what I hope. No, it's not. It's not long gone, bro. They want us to think so. But remember, our family members swear to uphold and protect and defend the Constitution when they join up with our U.S. forces, with the military. And they swear, and they live, and they put their lives on the line to protect our Constitution. That's a crock of crap, and they want us to think it's no longer in existence. It is, and we need to know it. I was taking a constitutional class. I haven't been able to finish, but it goes on year-round. Douglas V. Gibbs, he's here on YouTube. He teaches that class, and he really simplifies it and makes it known. And no, it's not dead. It's not long gone. And remember, our family members put their lives on the line to defend and uphold our Constitution when they join our military. It's not gone. And with our family members swearing and putting their lives on the line, using their lives to defend our Constitution, our government needs to be held accountable to not run amok and uphold it and infringe upon our rights that they're infringing upon. And we need to know it to hold them accountable to it, and they know the majority of the population nowadays don't. That's part of the problem. We just need to know it. We need to go educate ourselves and learn it. The reason I say it's gone, it's because we don't. Let's study. Check out Douglas Victor V. Gibbs here on YouTube. Go to politicalpistachio.com. Politicalpistachio.com is Douglas V. Gibbs' website. He has books. He's written several books, quite a few books. He's been studying the Constitution. He had just a desire to know it as a 12, 13-year-old boy. He had an interest in it and has been studying it and reading it ever since. And he holds classes. He speaks regularly. He's very involved. He knows quite a few people politically. And check him out, Douglas V. Gibbs. Majority of the population doesn't know. That's why we have to educate. Don't discriminate, educate. We need to educate ourselves so we can educate. Foreigners in our country, let's not discriminate. Let's educate them. Because they'll be on the same page we're on. We have to educate them and bring them up to speed to what's really going on. Because they're being deceived big time. But we can educate them. We can inform them on the truth that they're not really being taught or explained. So yeah, like I say, check out Douglas V. Gibbs. V as in Victor. Douglas V. Gibbs. He's here on YouTube. And you can, like I said, politicalpistachio.com is his website. Also, he has a douglasvgibbs.com as well. And you can see his material right here on YouTube. I played one of his videos on my live stream last night. And so you can go to the next video, the first one up at the moment, and you will see his latest. Yes, exactly. And you'll see his content, and you can, like I said, you can connect with him. He also has a radio show he does on Saturdays here in California. I believe he's possibly on the internet. I'm not sure, but anyway, you can connect with him, and good guy. He's a friend of mine. So, yeah, it's worth your time. And he's got books, like I said. I've got several of his books. He simplifies it, and really, yes, you'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. He simplifies it and makes it so easy to understand because he understands the terminology. He understands, he's been studying it so long, it's second nature to him. And for those that don't know, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights are all biblically based. They're all biblically based, all of it. And that's something most people don't know either. But he simplifies it. He understands the terminology. And when you start listening to him, you're like, wow, this isn't so difficult. This is really simple. Because he understands the verbiage. He understands the terminology. And I'm glad there's only a few guys like him doing this, unfortunately. California, yes. It's becoming more and more that way. But we need to educate. That's what I said. We've got a lot of people from a lot of different countries pouring in here to California. And we just need to truly educate them. Because if we educate them, they'll understand. And they'll be going, wow, they don't know. And they would be just as upset as we are. But we've got to educate them. That's what we need to do. Don't discriminate, educate. And they'll be on the same page. Okay, I'm trying to see your screen name's in grayscale. Looks like Grizz 207, 270. I mean, you're in Oregon, all right. Yeah, I have some friends in Oregon, but Oregon's a nice place. I like Oregon, but I prefer the South. Okay, I'm gonna move from here and go to the South. I'm not sure where, but getting out of here as soon as I can. That's why I'm working on my house and showing all my projects, teaching, so I can help someone else that might not know, might have a clue, might be an apprentice, might be a homeowner, and most of these videos on YouTube, they're not showing you a whole lot. And so I'm just, trying to do my part and helping out the next guy that might be struggling with trying to get something done and doesn't have enough information. Hopefully, after they watch my videos on whatever it is, they can walk away and go, okay, I understand it. I can do this now. At least I can give it a shot. The only way to learn is to get your hands dirty. Yeah, I agree. I'm a couple hours from the beach. I'm an hour from the snow or from the mountains. I mean, the mountains are right here, but the big mountains, it's, like I say, yeah, great location. But everything else, forget it. And then I like the state of mind of people in the South, real down to earth. They haven't forgot where they come from. California, a lot of people forget where they came from. But I do what I can to keep and be real. So, all right, I'm not getting nothing done here talking. I appreciate you hanging out here. Don't be a stranger. On Thursday nights at 7 p.m. If I'm not running late, I go live with Insane Friend, and that's through Victor Sane, Sane Auto. He does car shows and whatnot. I gotta get back. Okay, to the small sawmill. I was in Oregon, up there in Eugene, working in the Rose. What was that called? Something Rose. In the sawmill, on the chain, brother. Working that chain is a mean machine. That's I was working the chain, bro. I know what you're talking about. I was working the chain. That was no messing around. They had you running. I'll catch you later. All right, catch you later. Thanks for dropping in. Don't be a stranger. And be safe. Watch your fingers. All right, bye for now. Hey, Will, oh, it's your personal mail. Okay. Yeah, Rose, there was Rose something. Roseman or Rose, I forget the area. But it's where all the sawmills were. All right, watch your fingers and your shirt sleeves, you know. Catch you on the rebound, 7 o'clock Thursdays nights. All right, bye for now. And I'll probably be doing some more of Douglas's material on Thursday nights. Have a good one. Catch ya. Roseburg, yes, Roseburg. Exactly. Yep. All right, I'll be looking for you. I see the question mark. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's Roseburg. Thursday nights, 7 p.m. if I'm not running late. I'll be doing more of Douglas's material. But you can go to his YouTube channel and check him out. You can go to his politicalpistachio.com. Politicalpistachio.com. All right. Thanks for being here. God bless and have a great day. Keep looking up. Will, if you're hanging out there in the background, thanks for being here, bro. Appreciate your time and you hanging out here with me. And I'm going to call it because I'm not getting nothing done. And so you have a great day. All right, Will, take in the scenery, bro. Take in the sunshine. All right, there's a picture shot right there. All right, have a good day. God bless. Bye for now. Keep looking up.